Okay, starting our interview. I'm gonna make this short and snappy because this is supposed to last 5 minutes. Okay, I have just finished interviewing my dad. Okay, so we have I'm now supposed to tell you what we talked about. Well, it was very simple. Firstly, I learned that there are many inflations in many forms, ranging from phytogen, which means trade, industrialization, shares, sort of, food, like an egg, from 5 cents to 17 cents. I mean, 5 cents ago, 17 cents now. This represents food inflation. And last but not least, my dad's favorite topic, which he mainly talk about, cars. Now, all these things from the past to the now present has increased by about 10 times. How I know this? Because he told me roughly the figures, because when he was his age, he didn't really know that in the future his son would be asking him how much would an egg cost, or how much would the car he bought for 7k Singapore dollars cost. Now the changes have been very drastic. It was in a nutshell, his salary was very little. Prices of many things was very high. Unfortunately, as time progressed, he couldn't keep up. So it was very hard for him to do a lot of things. I mean, when he was young, it was very hard for him to already survive. He had a pocket money of 10 cents a day, if he was lucky. Now, that's very, very pathetic, in my opinion. And I'm saying this because I know my old man isn't here. I locked the door. Okay, so now, very, very briefly, I will just tell you on how much he had talked about cars. You know, for cars, he talked about, you know, this much, this much, this much, and it's impossible, totally impossible for me to tell you all that. So, being a very nice man, you know what I will do? I'll just summarize it into this much. A very easy example to give you would be a Rover 2000cc car, which used to cost about 130k Singapore dollars in the past. Now it costs about 90k. Okay, this is a wrong example because that's an extinct car, so that doesn't actually count. Okay, let's use another one. A Toyota Japanese car. Last time it used to cost 7k in 1960s, and now it would probably cost around 170 to 100k in Singapore dollars. So that would be, of course, around a 10 times increment. Okay, this is very direct. I mean, you see, a lot of things have a 10 times increment. Food, trade, technology, although it wasn't really present at that time, and of course, what we're talking about now, cars. I'm tired of saying that. Okay, so now we covered on how economy was economy's price and the cost of living was increasing, yet the salary, in my dad's view, was not enough. It was not keeping up in pace, like they say. It was said that he is an administrative officer of some renowned IT company, which he told me not to say, so I have to keep a secret. Although I have to say I really don't know about the company, even if he told me that. Before that, before he had this job which had a very good pay of $10.50 Singapore dollars per hour, he had a job along the education career of a teacher, an English teacher, of what I've heard. He likes to boast about it, but it just goes in and comes out. So I don't know what to share about you. I don't know what to share with you about that. But I can say that he has about 2 jobs, and during his time from working age, he's now 64, so you can imagine age during then, still very old, always a relic, always a relic. Okay, so during his young times he had a very big family, so because policies of birth control wasn't heard of then, I have a grandma with 8 kids, so my uncle and aunties are a lot on my father's side and my mother's side both. So this further enforces and proves how much it has increased. So in a nutshell, to sum it up, the dollar in his life, the math in his life is basically hardships and his job. His job basically doing a lot of things like budgeting, costing, financing, reporting. Almost anything requires math in some way or another. Some more direct than others. Now, to basically end it off, I will tell you that indeed math has not died or increased like my dad's cars. So thank you for listening, and this is Jiren signing off. Fin.